All right. Looks like we might be able to actually do a live chat today. Let's hope so, at least. I'll wait for some people to join in. Y'all let me know when you get in here whether the connection is good. What's up? Cool. It's definitely not as choppy as the other day. Go to Facebook. Make sure y'all know that I'm here. What's going on, guys? Ted, what's up? So the connection's just a little choppy, but it's not terrible. I'll be there in just a second, guys, posting to Facebook. Doing the cool thing, you know, updating all the platforms. I bet that's Ted texting me. Nope, it isn't. It's Google asking me if I'm at Starbucks, which, yes, I'm at Starbucks. It's pretty much the only place I can get a decent connection anywhere. Mental passions and fake Ricky. I'm going to get to you guys in just a second, or get to your questions in just a second. Just giving a chance for people to hop in here before I start. And I also want to post to my pages, but I will get to your questions, just so y'all know. And before someone tells me yes, I know I need to stop biting my nails. Lifelong habit. Hard to break. Alright. Y'all let me know how the connection is too. If it's too choppy, I'll hop out of here and we'll try this another day. But if you're getting a good bit, I definitely want to keep it going for you guys and get a good conversation in today about working from anywhere. Because obviously that's what it's all about. Sorry if you guys hear the background noise. Like I said, I am in Starbucks. Where's my link? There it is. Control C. Publish. Alright, we're on Facebook, so we're good. Let me get to some questions here for you guys. Give me 1 second. I'll get back and focused. Alright. Let me see. Mental passions question. Where are you doing business? That's the best thing. I'm working from wherever I want, right? This week I'm working from Hilton Head, South Carolina. I'm at my condo in South Carolina. So been on the beach, been doing some work from the condo, from the pool, from the beach, stuff like that. It's the best part about this opportunity. It's the best part about this industry. I mean, you just need your laptop. If your laptop is here with you, you're golden. So thanks, Ted. I appreciate that. Let me turn my volume down so that way it doesn't interrupt the whole time. Don't need any more background noise, right? All right, let me see here. What's going on, Comet? What's going on, Don? Good to see you here again. Next question is, can I make money with my Celtics sports Twitter account? 3K followers. Fake Ricky, so you're trying to be, in that sense, a social influencer. I'm not saying you can't make money, but you're going to have way more than 3,000 followers. You'll need at least, 15 to 20,000 before people actually start taking your page seriously. That's when you sort of get that authority in the niche. Tons of people can get 3,000. It's the people who can't get 50,000 likes or follows or 100,000. Those are the pages that actually, start to blow up and do something. As a matter of fact, when I was in high school, I was friends with these good guys. You can look them up. Jeremy Jones, I believe is his last name, and then Justin, I always forget Justin's last name, but you can look up Jeremy Jones, the owner of Georgia Followers. I went to Jonesboro High School with him for a couple of years, and he started a Twitter account actually it's called Georgia Followers again, and it's just based on people who live in Georgia. They do a lot of media, news articles, stuff like that, and they just publish, different stuff online. Now they've grown into a multi-million-dollar business because what he was able to do with the brand. They started selling merchandise, stuff like that. So you can definitely do it, but you would need a larger following before people actually start taking you, too seriously. Let's see what else we got here. When are you thinking of raising the price on the course? It's actually going to be this week. So this week has been hard. Internet connections are not easy to find around here, and my condo doesn't have the best internet connection. So I've had to put off a little bit of the video shooting. I'm getting it through, but it's just going slower this week than I expected. So we're going to get that done here very quickly, but it will be by the end of this week. The price will jump to about $350. So David says he's a teen entrepreneur right now looking to start his own social media marketing agency. I'd love to chat with you about some more details. Hey, feel free to reach out to me. So those of you who haven't seen my contact information before, you can reach out to me on Facebook. You can message me at Jordan Steen Serial Entrepreneur, Snapchat at Serial ENT. You can reach out to me on Instagram if that's how you prefer, at Serial_Entrepreneur. There's tons of ways. YouTube, you can message me or leave me comments any way you want to talk. I usually don't do long conversations anymore without a consultation meeting, just because I get a ton of people, trust me, a ton of people requesting to talk to me on a regular basis. So I have to be fair to everyone, and I try to put more priority towards my actual students, just because they paid for my time. So I want to make sure I give them back, what they paid for. So that's the kind of spiel there, David. If you do want to set up a consultation or something like that, more than willing to do that for you. Mental passions, my niche would be anything that wants to pay me money. Niches are great in some industries. For example, e-commerce stores, niches can work really well. I personally don't like to start with a niche in digital marketing. I pick like 2 or 3 categories that I try to stay in, because you can do 2 or 3 and still become experts in all 2 or 3 of those. I started off as rest and bar just because I knew that, and then I instantly realized, I was like, look, I just need to open up a little more, and I need to be able to focus on different types of clients, because restaurants and bars are very hard to acquire. So that's when I started looking into other industries. And again, that's what you have to do. You guys can't stick with one thing. If it's not working, choose something else, choose another method, test what you feel like will work, and then when you find out it doesn't work, test something else, try another idea, try another niche. But I definitely don't recommend just necessarily sticking to a specific niche just because you've heard several experts say one thing. I think it works both ways. I think some people are successful with niches, and I think some people are successful trying 2 or 3 or 4, or any industry. It really just depends on the person. I don't think that niching yourself necessarily will keep you from, or not niching yourself will keep you from making a sale. That's my personal opinion. I'm sorry. I'm going to let the guy get done with his mic check. Again, I'm sorry for the quality of this video, guys. Obviously, I'm on vacation. I'm working for my condo, so I wanted to go somewhere where I could actually talk to you guys about, all this kind of stuff and not have to, deal with choppiness. I tried actually to do an episode the other day. Was not working, so. But let me get back into this. So let me see. My most effective way to grasp a prospect's attention is by the free value that you can provide them. Give them something that no one's ever given them before. Maybe give them a month's worth of social media posts, because they don't take. You can create a month's worth of social media posts for someone, or like just say Facebook posts. You can do that in probably 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Just collect all the photos, write some quick posts, and give it to that business. You can give them something like that. When they see you're willing to give them something up front, that's really what it takes. It's giving them value first. The other thing is I've been trying LinkedIn, so like really in depth with LinkedIn. So I might have something I'm going to show you guys here pretty soon. I'm testing to see how well it works. So far, it's been pretty good making connections. Now I just need to actually get to where I can talk to some of these people and get sales. So I'm testing it out. I've been doing it for about a week and a half now. Give me about 2 more weeks, and I'll kind of give you my first initial thoughts about it. But so far, I had a student, or not a student, but a person that I had a consultation meeting with. She started using this method and closed a client in 3 weeks of running this type of outreach really on LinkedIn. So again, that's just one story. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a proven way. So I'm testing it to see what, if it works as well as she got it to work. And if it does, trust me, you guys will be the first to know. So that way, obviously, you guys will love me more. That's really what it's all about. Just getting you guys over to my channel. So anyways, I will keep you up to date on that as far as that. Tom, what's up? Good to see you here again. Why are restaurants hard? Just because a lot of them don't have multiple locations. Most people think, okay, so restaurants, they think like, their local restaurant, that's going to be a good target to go after because they don't want to go after the big corporate chains like Olive Garden or Longhorn because they probably have someone doing their marketing, right? So the only thing that's left is mom and pop shops or just single locations or then franchises. You can get into franchises and that's really your best market for restaurants when you're trying to do marketing because they have enough business, they have enough revenue coming in to be able to afford your services on a monthly basis. But outside of that, I would say don't go for the single locations, unless that single location is pulling in and for a fact pulling in $1 million a year. All right, so that's going to be the key thing. You guys really want to, when you're going after restaurants, just be careful. Don't waste your time. If it's a single location and they sell like sandwiches, I'm guaranteeing you they're not making at least $750,000 a year. And if they are making $750,000, they're spending $350,000 of that on food, or at least probably $450,000 to $500,000 of that on food and labor. The average food and labor costs for a restaurant are around like 50 to 60%, depending on how good the restaurant does. So that's what you want to keep in mind. They have higher costs and they have very, very, very low profit margins. So it really just depends on what kind of restaurant they are. And that's why I say do your research before you look at a restaurant. Next one, King Singh. Hey Jordan, I am working with an auto repair shop in the digital marketing school course. You did some Facebook ads and will you be uploading some examples for it and other niches? I don't. So I guess when I do my examples, they apply to every industry, King or Sing, because I know you're pretty sure your name's not King. I think that's probably just your YouTube name. But what the point I'm trying to make is it doesn't matter what niche it is. The principle is always the same. The theory is always the same. So if I say to target specific niche audiences, you want to do the same thing in the auto industry, but think about what the buyer is going to be paying attention to. So if I'm targeting, let me see, you said for a mechanic. So if I'm looking for someone that is looking for a mechanic, I have to think about what people who would be looking for a mechanic would be looking for on Facebook. So a good thing is, obviously, one of the targeting interests you can do on Facebook is the person a car owner. Another thing to keep in mind is who's going to go to a mechanic. Well, probably people who've had their car for a longer period of time. And I'm pretty sure on Facebook there's actually a targeting method for people who've had their car for 4 years or 6 years. Those people are more likely to hit up a mechanic shop. So it's all about thinking about how the customer is going to do a search for that specific type of service or product. And that's really how you get effective ads on Facebook. So King, maybe you and I can have a quick talk or a quick chat one day about just strategy or something like that. You're obviously in the course, so like I said, I reach out to my course students and we go over stuff. So King, just reach out to me via Snapchat or hit me up on Facebook, send me a message there, and you and I will go through some quick strategy talk. Tom, let me see. I agree on staying flexible in the niche. I don't know what your success has been, but I'm sure that if you have had any success, it's probably come from several different types of industries. That's how it happened with me. Ricky, if you want to see anything about my course or what you feel like will be in the course, or if you're trying to figure out what will be in it and will it be able to start you off if you know nothing, I would really recommend looking at some of my reviews on Facebook, and even just some of the comments on my YouTube channel or some of my videos, because everyone in my courses, I'll put it to you like this, I was talking to someone earlier today, I've had about 60 students sign up, or I had 60 students sign up in about the first, I think it was 3 months it was open, 2 months it was open, something like that. And what happened was I actually, out of those 60-something students, only had one of those return the course, and it was about 30 minutes immediately after he had purchased the course. So I haven't had anyone return the course and say they didn't get the value that they were hoping from it, if that answers your question. But yes, I go through, I have, in my course, you'll see when you first get into it, there are intros to each section of digital marketing. So that's the most important thing, I think. If you don't have a base, why do I need to give you the in-depth or more expert level material? So I start from the beginning, go straight into the basics, teach you a lot about definitions, terms that people use, tactics that I use, stuff like that, and then go into the more in-depth information. That's what I'm actually working on right now. So we have PPC experts that I'm working with, web development experts that I'm working with. We're shooting all these these videos are seriously, like, I want you guys to know they're quality. I don't go for rushed material because it doesn't help you guys. And I've given you all the basics in the course to get you started. So that's what we're moving forward into now, is getting into the in-depth, hardcore information. And that's what, people are really starting to find value in. But Ricky, definitely coming with some more in-depth knowledge, and it would definitely be great for you if you're just starting out. Mental passions, thanks bro, I appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, high revenue restaurants. I usually don't go to a restaurant unless they have 2 or 3 locations that they're working with. If they have 2 or 3, then that's more of an indicator that lets you know that they probably make a certain amount of revenue every year. Again, just 2 to 3 minimum, and if they're a high dollar restaurant like a steakhouse or something like that, they usually charge more per plate or more per entree. So that would be a good target to go after. I've landed 3 potential clients. One of them thinks I'm overpriced for charging $9.97 a month. Have you run into this, and how did you approach the issue? I've decided to offer 1 week free trial. Leighton, that is always you. Okay, let me give you all a little thing that you're gonna look for when you go out to find new clients and when you pitch them your price. When you're going out shopping, do you always look for the best deal possible? Yes. Do you typically try to find the best price and the best value possible? Yes. So no matter what you give, especially if it's a small, because $9.97, I'm guessing it's a smaller business. Every small business you go into is going to say $9.97 is a crap ton of money, because to them it is, and they don't know the value of the services, number 2. So every single small business you go into, if they don't say it, they're thinking it. I promise you that. So you're going to hear that a ton, but you need to be the one to stick to your guns and say, it's really not. If you know the value that I can bring your business, then you understand why I charge this much. And for certain restaurants, $9.97, in my opinion, isn't enough. Restaurants who spend $9.97 and don't spend anything on ads, it's not going to be beneficial for them because they're probably a smaller chain and they don't have any way to drive traffic other than posting to their Facebook page. So you're going to really want to spend on high converting ads to get them more traffic, to get them more sales, stuff like that. So, but getting back into your question, get them on board with the fact that you're going to bring them value. That's going to be that's called an objection. That's one thing you guys are going to hear a lot. That's literally what's called in sales, is an objection. And you have to learn how to overcome objections. If you guys are looking for any type of material about that, just go to Google and type in overcoming objections. People will talk about tactics. There's tons of video about it out there for free. I'm actually in the process of putting my overcoming objections video together. Excuse me. So that'll be pretty cool. But you guys, it's all about making them understand your value. If you don't feel that you're confident enough to bring them that value, then that might be why they felt that way. Were you confident enough in your pitch to make them feel like $9.97 was going to be worth it to them? So that's one thing I would say to check. I hope that answered your question, Leighton. Let's see, Simon. Good to see you too. Glad to see you're back. King, hey, no problem, man. Not a problem. Do you teach SEO in your courses? Well, SEO is actually one of my other fortes. I like to consider myself more of a social media expert and SEO expert. I'm intermediate level in web development. I'm intermediate in email marketing, and I'm intermediate in PPC, I would say. So I'm experts though, or I guess not expert. That's probably the wrong word. I'm just more experienced in SEO and social media marketing. Those are the two I've always kind of stuck to. But yes, to answer your question, we go over plenty of SEO material in the course. My guy, Ryan, who is coming in to talk about web development, is actually going to talk about on-site SEO for web development. So he'll be able to give you guys more information that you need there. But yes, that's a ton of the, I get tons of questions on a regular basis about SEO, how it works, because most people don't really understand it. So, and it's not hard. You just need to be taught the basics of how SEO works, what it's about. And really all you have to think about is it's about search engines. That's the name of it, right? Search engine optimization. So when you think SEO, all you need to think is getting on the first page of results on Google, Yahoo, Bing. It's not just Google, it's Google, any search engine, okay? That could be YouTube. YouTube has a version of its own for SEO where it ranks, like my videos get ranked basically, like my digital marketing audit video. So basically this is how SEO works. Just a quick example. When someone goes to YouTube and types in say they're going to YouTube and they're trying to find a video on digital marketing audit, all right? So they go to YouTube and they type in how to put together a digital marketing audit. Let's just say that was their exact search query. So how to put together a digital marketing audit, that's basically what Google or YouTube basically takes and says, okay, well, they searched for digital marketing audit and how to. Those are the two main phrases in that search. And that's what they're doing. They're looking for the most valuable videos or the most valuable articles or websites or whatever to show you, because that's what they are. They're a search engine. They want to be able to provide you with the most valuable information possible, right? Otherwise, why would you go to, if you every time you went to Google, they didn't provide you with what you were searching for, would you ever use Google? No, you'd probably go to another search engine and find a search engine that was actually going to give you results that you were looking for. So like if I went to Google and typed in how to wash a dog and it brought me up videos of how to wash a cat, that's not relevant to me. That has nothing to do with what I'm looking for. So that's kind of how search engine optimization works in a nutshell. It's basically making sure that whatever you do with your website, your content, whatever, links back to your site. Not only that, but you're basically building a community and engagement with other businesses online, stuff like that helps. So there's several different parts, but yes, we go into that a ton in my course. Simon, you would be correct. Neil Patel does have a ton of good free SEO content. Unfortunately, you'll never learn anything from one blog. That's why I recommend looking into a few. Moz Marketing has a really great blog on SEO. They're a really great source to go to. So I would definitely check that out too, as well. Hot Knives. Hey bro, that's a funny name, Hot Knives. Hey bro, love your content. Do you use Facebook Business Manager and become an admin of their ad account for each client, or do you run them all on your ad account? No, I usually set up their own ad account because I don't want their budgets being mixed in with mine, and I'd rather track their ad dollars on their own ad account. So that's why I usually set up their own. And it's just easier for them, so that way if you ever have to cancel them, you just basically pass over their ad account and they can continue, if that were to ever happen. Let's see, Alexander, how is your program different from Ty's? And that's a very good question. So basically, if you've taken Ty's course, like I have, you know that a lot of it is very, very broad. Hold on, they're having a security check. People are robbing the place here. Anyways, so how is my course different from Ty's? And the basic answer is Ty's course goes into very, very high level, like top level knowledge. For example, the website development videos that he has doesn't teach you how to actually build a website. We're going to go step by step and teach you how to build a website. He didn't have much content in there about pay-per-click or PPC. I have a guy who spent over $3 million in pay-per-click ads that he and I, we get on videos together and we go through how to set up keyword strategy, how to set up pay-per-click ads, how to set up the copy for the pay-per-click ads. We have a whole campaign set up there for you guys. What else? Let me see. I go through all the SEO, as well as my buddy Ryan, like I mentioned earlier in this video, that we're going to go through SEO with you guys on-site and off-site. So you get a ton of great content on actually building SEO for your clients there. All the templates and documents that I provide in my course are completely different. I provide a proposal template so that way you actually, when you go to pitch these businesses, you kind of have an idea of what you need to include in the proposal. I would say that I personally have pitched over... I need this guy to shut up. This is awful. I'm sorry, you guys. But basically, I've pitched over, since I've been in digital marketing, I'd say that I've pitched over 50 different proposals to 50 different businesses. And so I have a ton of experience from what's going to work and what they don't care about. So that's going to be the most important thing. When you're putting your proposal together, you want it to be something that they're going to want to buy into, and that's one of the documents that I go heavily into. Not only that, but setting up the business cheaply. I give you the exact sites that I use. I give you all the tools and websites that I use for setting up campaigns, looking at audits, all of that. So there's a ton of differences, Alexander. I hope that answered your question. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me after this video and we can talk a little bit more if you still have interest. Hot Knives, awesome, thanks. And do you have their payment method on their ad account to charge for ads? Yes, I do. You need a credit card authorization form for that. You need to set that up with them ahead of time. And yeah, or do you pay for it, then send them an invoice? Really, Hot Knives, you could do it either way you were comfortable with. I like to charge them for it, so that way I don't have to worry about cash flow issues or anything like that. It's easier just to run it through their credit card, so that way you never have to worry about billing it to them. It's just already taken out of their account. So I would say do it that way, but it's up to you. Simon, I'm not sure what you mean by Ryan Hildreth. Maybe elaborate a little bit. I thought we were talking about SEO and Neil Patel. Logic, how to convince clients to hire you without any experience. That's always a very, very good question. And so what I would do is, obviously I recommend building a lot of content and building stuff for your own business. And then so doing stuff like a free trial. So if you've never done anything, that would be one of the only times that I recommend giving away a free week of services, because then you can actually build a testimonial based on what you've done, or maybe just set up an agreement with a business where you'll build them a logo for free, because that's super easy to do. You can actually just go to Fiverr and pay like $5 to get them a logo designed, and then you can take that over to them and they can write you a testimonial. So really, it's not about having experience. You want to make it seem like, that's the thing, you're selling yourself. So you don't want to go into a business and say, oh, well, I've never done this before. Like, that doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. You just haven't been given the chance yet. So you have to overcome that somehow, right? So go out and try to build testimonials. Go, if you have friends, try to see if you can do some promotions for their businesses for free, to get them to write testimonials for you. It's really about building your book of business, or building your experience. And if you have none, you have to start small and start with people people that will trust you to do a job for them, and then give you a good review, because that's what you're looking for, right? Let me see. Tom Dodal, interested to know more about your program. Tom, just message me after this. Again, you can reach me at Jordan Steen Serial Entrepreneur on Facebook, on Snapchat at Serial ENT, YouTube. You can message me or leave a comment in this video below, and we can get together. Seriously, there's just about any way. I'm always in communication with students. I've had 4 consultations this week. I have another 3 set up for next week. Several of them are with students, several of them are with just people who don't want, that kind of information. But even my students who don't set up consultations, I'm telling you, I'm constantly talking to them. Like, I wish I could show you. I wish Snapchat would allow me to record all of the, let me see if I can find. No, it's not going to let me look. But basically, all of my students on a regular basis are reaching out to me, and that's what I do. I've been on vacation this whole week. Kinda. I've been working too, but I've been talking to my students all week. Whenever they reach out to me, I'm always here to talk to you guys. So, and as I grow, as I get larger and take on, hundreds, hopefully thousands of students, I'm going to make sure that I find a way to where you guys get the information you need, whether it's from me or another expert. I'll make sure you guys are taken care of. That's my most important, it's more of my motto, or not really my motto, but my mantra, what I like to stick to for you guys. And what makes me different is, like, I'm not just going to leave you guys in the dirt here. I know how difficult it can be to start with this, and as I get successful, I don't want to just forget about you guys. Trust me, you guys helped me get successful, so it's about you guys. It really is. And that's what I want you guys to understand, the difference between me, Ty Lopez, Ryan Hildreth, all these other guys. I'm here for you guys. I'm not here just for the money, and that's why I do it even when I'm on vacation, when I should be just relaxing. I told Ted before I was coming here, I was like, nah, I'm probably still going to be doing some live videos. Like, I got to talk to my guys, check in on them, see how they're doing, answer the questions, make sure they're doing well. So I'm always here for you guys, and I hope that answered your question, Tom. But definitely get in touch with me. Leighton, thanks for the response. Should I not offer a 1-week free trial? I know for a fact they would see instant results, but I want to limit how much free I give free value. Leighton, just make sure that they're not taking advantage of you. It's always okay to do a free trial, but if they keep trying to extend it out over and over and over again, that's when you say, okay, look, you know my value because of what I've done for you. That's why you keep wanting to extend this. So if we're going to continue, we need to set up a contract where you're paying me. And you just have to be upfront with them. They're in business just as much as you are, so they're okay to take on some slack from, you guys, or not slack, but some backlash from you guys. You guys can't be run over as a business owner, right? You have to stand up for yourself. So Ryan Hildreth is not an SEO guy, not from what I'm familiar. Everything I've seen on him is more social media. So I think you might want to check that out. SEO is Maz, or like Bill Patel, or a digital marketer has some decent SEO. I've never seen Ryan Hildreth talk about SEO. And if he has, that's new. Alexander, thanks for the answer. I'm buying your course right now. Awesome. I can't wait to see you in there, man. If you need any or have any questions once you get in, just let me know. Obviously, again, reach out to me via Snapchat, Facebook, whatever, and we'll get to talking. Let's see here. How much is the course and how long would it take to complete? How many hours of videos in it? The grand, it is $200. Again, I'm upping the price to $350 here very, very soon. How long would it take to complete? It's an ongoing process. I'm not just giving an end date for this. I've already uploaded about, I think it's almost 30 videos. I have another 60 planned that are coming in. And I continually will update it as the industry grows, because that's the thing. These guys say, oh, well, I'm just going to give you this course and that's it. Well, the industry has changed every single year for the past 9 years. So if you get a course that isn't adapting with the industry, it's kind of pointless, right? You need something that'll keep you up to date. And that's what I want this to be. I want this to be a resource for your whole entire digital marketing journey, where you can come and say, okay, well, I need a refresher in this, or I need to see what updates have come in this. And I'll make sure that updates are kept in and old materials removed, so that way you guys aren't ever looking or reviewing old material. Yes, he does. I've seen him. We almost worked together back in the day. They wanted to focus more on entrepreneurship type stuff, which I totally get. I wanted to niche myself in digital marketing because it's what not that I don't know entrepreneurship, it's just I know that niching myself in this industry and on YouTube will help me. So I niched myself with what I know best. But yeah, they do have their own courses as well. I would say it's more focused on social media. I've heard, good reviews. I've heard some people come to my course and say, well, we like yours a little more because it goes over not just social media marketing, but it goes into all of the other parts of digital marketing, and it goes into a little bit more depth. So again, I hope you guys take several courses. I don't think that you should only take one, not one course, or there isn't just one course that will give you every single good bit of information. I can't figure out everything that there is about digital marketing. I can give you as much as I know. Sorry, it's bothering me, hangnail. But I can give you as much as I know, and I can keep, continuing to build on the channel and build the content. But I do think that it's worth your time and effort if you're really going to commit to this industry to take. I've taken about 6 courses, and they're not all just people that you guys have heard of. This started 3 years ago when digital marketing was really getting big. I started taking courses back then. So these were guys you probably haven't even ever heard of. But I recommend taking as much information in as you can, because that's the only way you're really going to get good at this. How should you leverage previous testimonials when closing a client? That's going to be all part of the proposal. If you do a proposal, and you'll see my proposal template in my course, there's part of it where you talk about, successes with your business and stuff like that. You can plug in all kinds of different things for the success of your business, what ups or successes you've had, what things you've done for other businesses. That's, all part of the template. So really, you just want to include it in your proposal to the business. When you actually try to, pitch them the services that you plan to offer them, that's when you would tell them, partially or somewhere in that proposal. Ricky, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I hope you get in the course pretty soon. I am upping it to $350 here very soon. So, Raphael, sorry, Ricky. Yes, I am upping it to $350 here soon. So don't miss that opportunity to get it for $200, because I won't be giving any special discounts out past that. Raphael says Ty Lopez is all theory. And you're right, that's what I found from or at least that's my opinion too. That's what I found when I took the videos. This is all practical information. It goes into step-by-step how to set campaigns up, how to target audiences, how to build marketing strategy, how to do all of it for online. It's not just theory. It's the theory plus it's the practical use of it. So I'm telling you guys, seriously, when you guys see me get really big and you see me blow up, you'll be like, well, damn, I wish I would have listened and bought it for $200, because by then, if I'm making a bunch of money and I have I'm going to guess that the course will probably go up in value by then too. If I have a few 100,000 followers or something like that. So I'm telling you guys, get it while it's cheap. Get it while it's, not much money at all. Number one tip to getting clients: stay persistent. Do it every single day. What I liked to do when I first started out, obviously I don't do this as much anymore. I try a bunch of different outreach, and now I have people coming into me via references, stuff like that. But my number one tip is to do it every single day. So 5 to 7 days a week, depending on how committed you are. If you're going 7 days a week, props to you. But what I would say is, in the beginning, every single day, you build a list of 20 businesses to reach out to every single day. And then out of those businesses that you reach out to, try and build an audit for. Obviously, you're not going to be able to put 20 audits a day together, but what you can do is you build off of interest. So figure out who's actually gotten in contact with you back, or who said something. Try reaching out to them via their Facebook page and mentioning the audit, and then saying, okay, well, I'm going to build one for you, after you get them to, kind of come back to you and say, okay, cool, this is what I'd like to see. So that's the number one way. It's really just staying persistent, doing it every single day, reaching out to as many businesses as possible, reaching out to everyone that you have in your network. That's going to be the number one. The number two thing is utilizing your network that you have. But the biggest thing is just staying persistent. Most people give up way too quickly because they get a ton of no's and they feel like, oh, I've reached out to 60 businesses. You just reached out to the wrong 60, but I bet 61, 62, 63 will probably be the business that you want to see. So just stay persistent. Don't give up. People give up way too easily, and they think that it's just going to come to them because they built a great proposal or a great audit. It's not necessarily always you guys. It could be that, it could be the messaging, it could be the businesses you're targeting, it could be several different things. So you just have to stay persistent. That's the number one tip. Don't give up. Don't quit. Financial milestones: in the next 3 years, I want to have made my first, million. I think I can make 6 figures in the next year. I kind of had a slow start at the beginning because I was running my other business. So I guess if you include that business, I'll make 6 figures this year. But I don't want to look at just that. I was running that while I was starting up all of this. So I plan to make 6 figures in the next year on this business, and then it'll hopefully be at 7 figures in the next 2 to 3 years. That's the goal there. Supercar: no, I don't think I want a supercar. It's just not my style, I don't think. I don't really know yet, though. I guess we'll see when I have that kind of money. I'm not really worried about it because I don't have that kind of money yet. But in the next 2 years, it's very possible. So we'll see when that time comes. But I'm not someone who likes to live in the future. I like to live in the present because that's the only way to move forward. If you live in the future, all you're going to do is dream all day. I live in the present because I know if I do, then I'll actually put some action into what I'm thinking, or what I'm wanting to do with my future. So as much as I'd like to think about a supercar, that's great and all, and I'm happy for all those guys out there that have been able to buy their own. It's not a big thing to me, and I know that everybody's like, oh, well, that's social proof. Well, I don't necessarily need social proof when I'm making the money, and when you guys get into my course and talk about it for me, that's all the social proof I need, because that's what people are doing. They're talking about my course for me. I don't have to show them fast cars and big houses because of the response that I get back from my students. I haven't, like I said, I had one student out of several, almost 100 basically, cancel and want to get the refund, and that was literally 30 minutes after they bought it. So it couldn't have had anything to do with my course. They might have seen one video at most. That's all they could have watched. So that's basically all I wanted to show you guys there. Let me see. He agreed. Yeah, Ty's course is very theoretical, so I don't know. I took it, it was okay, but it's not what I would have liked to get for $1,000, I'll tell you that much. Doesn't see the value of social media or digital marketing. Jesse, if you want my honest opinion, those might be one of the ones you want to let go. Try to get their attention, obviously. Try to do something. Try to show them some value, or give them something where you can show them how to increase their revenue or whatever. But if they're just pretty adamant on not moving forward in that direction, then you don't need to worry about them. Move on, find a different business. That's really what I'd say. Never waste time. That's the biggest thing people do. They waste time in the beginning trying to find clients, trying to find businesses to work with, and the truth of the matter is you're spending too much time on things that don't matter. So a lot of people spend so much time on their website and on their Facebook pages, their social media pages, and it's like, dude, you don't have a client yet. Get a client first and then start worrying about who you're actually trying to advertise on the internet to, because all of those other big marketing agencies, I guarantee you, are already out there, basically, doing everything that they can to appear online because they have the budget to back it up, and you probably don't since you're just starting out. So I would say, again, just go for it. Try to give them some value, try to give them something, and if they don't, reciprocate after the first or second time, move forward. Go without them. The grand no, you actually have like 2 or 3 days, I believe. I think Ted has it scheduled, so I think it's 2 or 3 days from now. And my week is a little off this week because I'm not at my office, which I hate sometimes. It's fun to be able to pick up and leave, but I like having my calendar with me. It makes it a lot easier. And yes, I have it on my phone, but I have a much more detailed thing that I write out. So, yeah. But it's about 2 or 3 days. Live in the present, not the future. Words to live by. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's the thing. You can live in the future all you want, but you're never going to go anywhere living in the future. If you focus on what you have today, what you have to work with today, and what you need to do today, you have a much more narrow focus of what you need to do to find your success. So stop living in the future. That's my biggest thing. Don't worry about the 6-figure car that you're going to get. I always have people who ask me, how many clients do you have? And it's not that it bugs me. It's just like, why does that matter to you? Well, what does me having 1 client versus 100 clients or versus 6 clients, like, yes, I get what you guys are looking for. You're looking to see if I'm successful or not. But I'll put it to you like this. There wouldn't be this many people on my channel talking to me if I didn't actually do what I was talking about. You can't run a scam that long. I've seen people try to do it, and you can tell when they're full of shit. And a lot of people will tell you that I'm not full of shit. So I wasn't published in a magazine article for being full of shit. At least I don't think so. And I'm not trying to sound cocky. I really don't like to take that attitude, but that's just one of my pet peeves, I guess, with all of this, is when people try to ask, oh, well, how many clients do you have? Well, how many clients do you have? That's my question I'm always wondering, is how many clients do you have? Because are you working hard enough on your clients? Or are you out there watching a bunch of videos of guys saying how many clients they have, and you're just sitting there, dreaming about it? Get to your clients, get your business, focus on your stuff. So he's the OG. That's funny. I don't think I've ever been called the OG before, but I appreciate that, Ricky. That's how procrastination happens. I'll do it tomorrow and end up doing nothing. Yep, exactly. When you start sitting there thinking about what you can do in the future, what it'll be like in 10 years, like, I like to think of that stuff sometimes, but I only use it as a motivational thing. I don't actually sit there and say, oh, well, what I need to pick out what car I want. Like, that's why I don't know what car I want yet, because I haven't sat there and taken the time to figure it out, because I don't have that money to do that. So why would I plan to do that yet? Like, yes, it's nice to plan for goals and to have goals and to have ambition, but I think at the same time you have to stay focused on what you're doing currently and what you're able to acquire currently. If you can't currently buy a Lamborghini, then don't go look up which Lamborghini you want to buy. You're really going to make yourself feel like shit when you can't buy that Lamborghini, or if you miss a goal. So that's what I would recommend. I just had a guy, so Giuseppe Ramundo says, honestly, I love your shit. Very informative and a lot of value. Ryan and Hayden just flex too hard. That was good. That was good. I won't say anything further. I have nothing wrong with those guys. They're doing very well for themselves, and I'm happy to see other people having success in this industry. Whether with their course, whatever it may be, I'm glad that they put out a course and that it did well. I can just tell you, I haven't taken their course. I don't know what the information's like. I can, again, just say I've had students come from their course to mine, say how much better it is, how much more practical the information is, how much more material it covers with regards to actual digital marketing. It's not just social media marketing, all of that. So, it's up to you guys for you to create your own opinion. I don't like to trash talk about them. If they offended you in any way, I'm sorry that they did. I hope that they didn't, but and I'm pretty sure they didn't. They seem like very, very cool guys. So, but anyways, it's all about finding value and finding what's going to work best for you and who you guys prefer to kind of engage with and interact with, because that's the thing. I will engage and interact with you guys. You can ask any of my students, even people who are, I've got people on Snapchat who have probably messaged me like in the past 2 weeks, probably about 30 to 40 times a piece over just asking questions, and I'm still answering their questions. They're not in my course. So if it's a question that's actually relevant, like I don't like to sit there and waste my time on how many clients do you have. Number one, it's none of your business. Number two, it's just like I don't have time to sit there and talk about how many clients I have. That's not important. I can help someone, or I can sit here and tell you I have so many clients. Like that doesn't matter to me. I want to help you guys actually like move forward in your business. So if you have a question, ask me a question, but don't ask me how many clients I have. That's not going to benefit you whatsoever. I'm only going to answer people who are looking to benefit themselves and build for themselves. So that's just something for you guys to keep in mind. He said, ooh, Giuseppe has 8 clients right now. See? Getting it, bro. I love it. I love it. That's awesome, man. I hope you're making some good money off of that, too. I'm sure you are. I'll put it to you like this, guys. If he's charging the base rate at $1,000 a client, he's making $8 grand a month right now, which is dope. That's a 6-figure salary right there. And that's why I'm on the same track. Like, I haven't made it yet. Like, that's why I don't like to, like, I'm on the track to make 6 figures easily, but I don't like to jump the gun. I've done that before, and all it is a big letdown. So, but Giuseppe, that's really awesome to see that you have that many clients. I'm really glad to hear that for you. I hope I was able to help in some way. If not, then props to you. I'm glad you were able to do it, man. Kim Gutierrez says, my first appointment is with a car dealer with a 68 on the Localizer. Did I bite off more than I can chew? No, Localizer is just, it's a tool for you to use to show them how bad they're doing. That actually gives you more leverage to sell them as a client. Yes, it will be more work for you up front because you have some stuff to work on, but if you change everything, it can be changed and, ready to go within a matter of hours or even a day or two. So it's up to them. It's the biggest thing you have to make sure of. Number one is if they're in the car industry is very competitive. There's a very, very high budget for large car dealerships. They spend a just unbelievable amount of money on ads. So in the car niche, just make sure they're spending enough, and that make sure that if they want to go like PPC or Facebook ads, that they're going to spend enough money in that space to be competitive. That's the biggest thing. And I also wouldn't recommend just doing one. With the car dealership, it's a lot different. Their whole buying process, people usually don't buy a car in the first time they're looking. They usually start looking a couple months out. So I would do some research into the car buying process. There's actually a few really good infographics out there about the car buying process. I would say look into that and use that as strategy to build content for their business. What do you think of Joe Soto's course? I haven't been through Joe Soto's course, but I will say that when I was taking Tai Lopez's course, I found a lot of value in all the things that Joe Soto said. He seems more straight to the point, and he seems like he's a very practical person as well. So I would guess that it's probably pretty decent, but again, I couldn't tell you. I haven't actually taken that course. Check out your blog. Giuseppe, send me a message. Again, my Facebook page, Jordan Steen - Serial Entrepreneur. Send me a comment or a personal message here. Get out to me some way so that way I can get in touch with you and maybe we can set something up. I'm always open to doing interviews for people's channels. That's definitely something I've done before, but I'm totally into it. I just need to make sure it's worth my time. I don't do anything anymore that's not worth my time or effort. I have a lot that I have to plan a lot and schedule a lot now, so I have to make sure that everything that I do is worth my time and effort to make sure that I'm making the best bang for my buck and doing the best thing I can for my students. Really, it's all about my students. When it comes to my students, they are first and foremost. I like to make sure that I'm doing everything I can for them, so it's a big thing for me. Let's see, what about car dealerships? Do you think it is good to have them as clients? Acer, wait till this video is over. I just talked about car dealerships. You can get it, what I was just talking about if you go back a little bit. But yes, car dealerships are very lucrative. They're, again, the largest, other than attorneys, the largest spenders in the ad space. I'm about to build business plans strategy for a new client. How in-depth do you get? Show it all, describe everything, or a bit more general? I don't really build business plans for a a business, I do all marketing strategy. So when I do the marketing strategy, I still, when I build it for them, it depends. I ask them what they want to see. If they want to see a ton of detail, then you need to ask them that. You need to make sure, because if not, you're just going to go way over their head, and they're not going to understand half of what you're talking about anyway. So I would recommend asking them, how much detail are you looking for in the strategy? Do you want to see my full plan, or do you want just the condensed, high level version of it, where it'll make a little more sense to you that way. So just talk with them about it and see what they're wanting. Giuseppe, learned a lot from you, my man. Couldn't have done it without you. I actually use your digital marketing audit template. Hey, that's pretty much what everybody came to. That's actually how I first blew up, was because of my digital marketing audit template. Tons of people jumped onto that video and thought it was valuable. So I'm really glad that you guys are able to use it and find value out of it. But again, that's why I put it out there for you guys. Let me see. Joe Soto's course brings with it a lot of written material, very useful material, by the way. Good to know. And I figured with Joe Soto it would be. Let me see. If you're interested in Joe Soto's course, hey Diego, get off my channel, bro. Bye. Don't be promoting somebody else's course on my stuff. You're banned. Hope that helps. Let me see. Acer, like content creation. Social media strategy, yeah. So Sally, just basically make sure that you understand. Hang on a sec. Block. Cool. So social media strategy. Sorry. Yeah. Let me get back to you. So Sally. Basically, like I said, go to the customer, ask them what they want to see, if they want to see the full content marketing strategy. What I do in my proposal is I give them the high level of everything that we're going to do for them for their business. So I go into a little bit about PPC, SEO, email marketing, web content, social media marketing and ads, all of that. But I do it from a high level perspective. Like I don't actually go straight into every single thing. Like we're going to break these keyword groups down for... we're going to put these keyword groups down for PPC, and we're going to do this type of content marketing for, whatever. A lot of them don't understand it and they don't want to see it. So that's why I'm saying, if you're working with the marketing director, that might be something they want to see. But if you're just working with a business owner, they probably don't understand enough about digital marketing to begin with. So you won't want to give them everything in detail. You're just going to go way over their head. So that's what I would recommend. Comment says, bye Diego. Yeah, seriously, don't come on my channel trying to promote someone else's course or come in here trying to get people to, like, are you crazy? You think I'm not watching? I'm sitting right here in front of the damn computer. Funny. It's funny too, because when you start a YouTube channel and you finally start to get some people, watching your channel, you have a larger following, you get all these guys who will post comments. Like on a daily basis, I get guys posting comments with links to just random softwares, tools, other courses, all kinds of stuff. And I'm just like, what makes me laugh is it automatically goes to a spam filter or a folder or a trash can, basically. But they're still trying to post, and they do it 2 to 3 times a day. And I just sit there, I'm like, guys, if you look through the YouTube channel or through my videos, you can look through the comments and see that none of your posts have made it. It's just like, it makes me laugh because it's like they still keep trying, but it never really matters. Do I trust Fiverr for SEO? Matt, it's not about they are an outsourcing network. So all they do is they bring a bunch of professionals together. They bring a bunch of professionals together who are going to be able to perform certain tasks. So Fiverr has nothing to do with it. What you need to do is vet the person that you're considering hiring to do SEO. So just because someone sends you some big resume and says, I've been doing SEO for 20 years, black hat, white hat, blah, 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 they're just talking. You need to see actual examples, actual proof of what they do. But if you don't understand SEO, you're going to have an issue being able to kind of decipher whether they're going to be a good fit for you or not. So that's why I would recommend, if you haven't done a lot in SEO, definitely check out my course at digitalmarketingschool.teachable.com. Again, it's $200 right now. It will be going up to $350 here in a couple days. But outside of that, again, SEO really, and it's one of the trickier ones if you don't know what you're talking about. But that's why, I really recommend looking into as much information about SEO as possible, especially if you're trying to hire someone to do it for you. I outsource a lot of my SEO, and there's a bunch of great products that you can use to help facilitate with increasing SEO ranking or just SEO results for a business. But again, it takes a lot of understanding of what SEO is to understand, who is going to be a good fit for you to work with and who, what techniques they use, because there are different techniques. There's white hat techniques, there's black hat techniques, and some of them you don't want to use. So let me see. It's blatantly rude. Yeah. I mean, don't come on my channel, and that's just not what you do. You don't promote other people's channels. When someone's hosting a live video, you don't go on their live video and promote someone else's course. If you want to do that, that's fine, but do it on your pages or something like that. It's just rude. He said, Sebastian says, I've seen Diego promoting your channel in other entrepreneurs' videos, but anyway. Sebastian, again, I don't really care that they can do that in their channels, and if they're fine with that, that's great. But this is my channel. I prefer to put my content on here. I'm not here to promote Joe Soto stuff. He makes enough money, if I'm being quite honest. So, I mean, if that's your opinion, then fine, but don't come to my channel and promote other people's stuff. So, period. How many prospects do you contact in a day? At this point, not as many, because I'm working, again, on my channel, on my course, on my actual clients that I'm working with now, and I get a lot of referrals, so I don't have to reach out to as much. Once you build business, you have people and you do a good job for them, they'll send you business. So it's not as hard. So at this point, I probably contact I'm doing LinkedIn, so I've been doing that like I mentioned earlier. So I probably say I automatically contact about 50 to 100 people a week through LinkedIn. But again, that's a whole thing that I'm testing, so I will get back to you guys on how that works. But for right now, I'm not going to let you know how it's working, because I don't 100% know yet. So thanks for the tips on the pricing structure video. That was huge. Glad it could help. Let me see. Where do you have your audit in a video? I'd like to take a look at it. My video, it's on my YouTube channel. It's the digital marketing audit video. It'll be like towards the bottom of my videos on my channel. But I would say that if you're looking for that, that's definitely a good place to start. It doesn't have the template or anything like that. You have to be in my course to get the template. But again, that's just something I say for my students. Could you have an SMMA with a 9-to-5 job? Yes, but it would take, very good organizational skills, planning skills, stuff like that, to make sure that you're not screwing them over and you're getting all the work done that you need to get done for them. I'm in the middle of creating a social media network for SMMA owners to be able to communicate and provide value to each other. Would you be interested in joining? I'm actually already in several groups like that, Hot Knives, I'm not going to lie. So, I mean, you can send it over. I'll take a look at it. But as far as, the amount of outreach I currently do, my channel keeps me plenty busy with that. Like, you guys don't understand. When you start something like this and you get a few thousand followers, like my Snapchat blows up, probably 100 times a day. I get comments on YouTube. I get comments on Facebook. Now I get comments on Instagram, because I'm on Instagram. And if you haven't checked me out there, Instagram.com/serial_entrepreneur. But I get messages from everywhere. So I'm constantly doing outreach. It would be hard for me to commit to another group. But again, I'm not opposed to taking a look at it, and when I can, maybe providing some insight. What do I wear to meetings? It depends on the setting. What I like to do is try and keep in mind the type of customer you're going into. So if you're going into a doctor, they're probably going to be a little more professionally dressed. If you're going into a restaurant, they might not be super dressy, so you might want to wear like business casual. You want to mimic them and make them feel comfortable. You don't want to show up too overdressed to make them feel uncomfortable, or like you're better than them, or arrogant, anything like that. It helps to mimic the audience you're going into. So that's kind of what I like to do. How is my dropshipping going? To be honest with you, with all of the marketing that I've been putting together and the video content for my course, I haven't been working on it much this week. When I was doing it, it was doing well, but it's just not something that I'm 100% committed to yet, because I'm still in the process of building my school, my channel, my marketing agency. You have to make sure you're not giving yourself too much to do. Otherwise, you will spread yourself too thin, and you'll start to piss some people off. So I am at this point not continuing on my dropshipping company too much. I do a little bit of ads every now and again to do some testing, but again, I will get back to you guys on the dropshipping. And I do have an expert. His name is Zaki. He's going to be coming on my channel several times. We're doing basically a podcast every 2 weeks where we're going to talk to you guys about our successes, our failures, what he's doing, what I'm doing, all that. So Does the consulting cost money? Yes, Acer, it costs money. That's not free. I can't give my time away for free anymore. Again, I have to make sure that I'm making sure that I'm taking care of myself and that I'm spending my time wisely. So yes, consulting does cost money. If you're in my course, you get a discount on any consulting that we do. If not in my course, then my hourly rate is $50, and that's for an on-the-call video chat where we go into anything that you have questions about. We can set up, like I did my last consultation, we set up Facebook ads for him. So that could be something that we could do for you. So it's all up to you guys what you're trying to do, what value or what information you're looking for, but you let me know. I'll do some research ahead of time, and then we set up a meeting. Do you have clients outside of your local area? I'm asking because I'm planning to go global. I don't currently. I actually am in the process of talking with an attorney who lives in, I think he's Minnesota. I can't remember what state he's in, but I know he's not from my state or even anywhere close. So that should be my, hopefully if that comes through, that'll be my first out-of-state customer, which will be really fun to see how that works. And just making sure that everything, runs as smoothly as it does when I'm here with my clients in person. But good question. Is Upwork, in your opinion, the best? In my opinion, yes, unless you're trying to hire like a virtual assistant or something like that, which that's what I'm about to hire, is my first VA, so that's going to be pretty fun. VAs are really cool to work with, so I'd recommend looking into that when you get a little bigger. But to start, definitely look at Upwork. That's where I like to go. Pricing seems to be better. Quality of work seems to be a little better than Fiverr. Again, just my opinion. Let me see, Kim, where do I find a good blog? Kim, what kind of blog are you looking for? What kind of content are you looking for? And I'll show you exactly how you want to find any kind of good blog for any type of material. But basically what I do when I'm looking for blog content, so say I have an issue or I'm struggling with SEO. The first thing you want to do is go to Google and type in something like SEO marketing tips. All right, so do SEO marketing tips, and then all you want to do is it'll usually be some of the top two. So you said car business, so if you're trying to do or find a good blog on a car business, type in cartips.com or Car Nation. Just think of phrases or wording that people would use to find information about cars, and that's what just go to Google and type in car blog, auto blog, something like that. You'll usually find a channel or something that you can use. Any idea how to create content to your new attorney? Are you asking about the one that I would be working with out of state? Sebastian? Debbie Galvez, what tasks is your VA going to take care of for you? Mostly social media management, so she'll do all of the scheduling. She'll do content research for social media posts. She'll create pictures. So usually you can get one that's well-versed in several different things. So, you really want to try and get a VA that's multifaceted, where she can do more than one thing. I hope that answers your question, Debbie. What about typing top car blogs? Yep, that's another way to do it. You could easily type in top car blogs, best car blog, something like that. They'll give you lists all the time. Use Google as your biggest resource. It is the biggest resource if you know how to search properly. Sebastian, how would I create content for my new attorney? That's the best part. I mean, if you're creating content for an attorney, so say we do a family attorney, right? If I'm creating content for a family attorney in Georgia or a family attorney in Florida, is the content going to be any different? No. It's going to usually be just about the same. It might just be the wording in it might be focused on a specific audience. So it would say Florida instead of Georgia, right? So that's what you would do. I mean, you really just do the same thing you would do for a business that's right in front of you, and just basically post the content for them online. Because remember, it's all online, so you don't have to be in front of them to write stuff. You can hire someone to go over there and take pictures. They can take pictures if that's what you're worried about, stuff like that. So it just depends. When a client agrees to work with your company, should you require them pay a deposit first or invoice them at the end of the month? I always do it up front because people will try to short you or say, oh, well, you didn't get me a result, so I'm not paying you. Get them to do it up front. Trust me, it'll save you a ton of time and money. How about a restaurant? It's the same thing. The process is always the same. The theory is always the same. You apply everything in SEO, PPC, email marketing, pay-per-click. You apply it all the same way to different businesses. You just use different strategies. No, photographers aren't necessarily expensive. Go the college route. Look for college students or find college students that are new to the game. You can easily go on like Facebook and find a college group or a college related group and see about, hiring someone that way. So like, for example, in Georgia we have SCAD, which is Savannah College of Art and Design. They have a ton of photographers and people who are interested in that kind of stuff there. So you could easily go to Facebook, find a group for that college and see if you could hire a photographer there. So, that's what you would want to do. Try and find a college student. They're usually a lot cheaper. You could even take them on as a intern. I focus mostly my business in Instagram, where I DM restaurants and ask them that I love to feature their content in my feed. So far, I get good results, and although I only have 5,900 plus followers. That's really good. I'm glad to hear you. That's been an effective method for you. It's a yes and no. I would say that be careful, because some people will, again, try to take advantage of that. They'll get you to do their marketing and do all the setup for you up front. That's why I charge setup fees in the first month, and those are non-refundable. So that way they can't just hire me and then get all their money back. So that way I did all the setup for them, or build a website for them, or whatever I'm doing in the first month. So I would say be careful with the 100% money back guarantee. As you get bigger, you don't have to provide that anymore, because you just won't need to. You're welcome. Just to clarify, should they pay the full amount up front? I do full amount, yes. How do you charge your clients? A meeting with a potential client next week who I've been in contact with, but I have no idea how I'm going to charge them. I do it through my bank, so I have a bank account, and I'm able to send an invoice via my bank that they can then go directly into and pay through their bank. So that's how I do it. You can use Square. Square Payments has, and I believe in one of my videos I talk about payment processing and stuff like that. You can actually go check my channel, and I have a link in that video where you can actually go and sign up, and I believe actually get access to Square Payments at a discount. So, but that's how I would recommend if your bank doesn't allow you to do invoicing. How much do you pay for one college student to take photos? Again, I've never hired out of state yet, so I haven't actually had to charge someone, but that's something you're going to have to do some research on yourself probably. I really couldn't answer that question. Acer said $200. I probably wouldn't even charge that much or pay that much, if you want my opinion. If they are taking photos, they better be doing that for about 2 to 3 days for a college student. That's a lot of money. Well, again, you could try $200. I think you could probably get an even better deal for someone who's new in the game, someone who's a little younger and less experienced. Just because they're less experienced, again, you guys are less experienced. So just don't put somebody who doesn't have as much experience down, because they're not, don't put them to the side, or don't dismiss them as a potential contractor because they aren't, necessarily experienced. Definitely consider using them. Look at their work. Can you charge them and they send the payment to your PayPal or Venmo account? You can definitely work it out that way. Again, I like to just run everything through my bank. It makes it super simple. I don't get charged any fees. You might have issues with fees when you're doing PayPal. I definitely wouldn't try Venmo yet, just because they're not completely set up for businesses, or at least I don't think they are. They might be. I think it's pretty much only set up for personal right now. But again, I'm pretty sure PayPal does fees on transfers, so I'd just be careful with that. You don't want to get a huge chunk of your money being taken out every month just for a fee. You want to try and find some way to do it for free. All right, last question, and then I gotta hop out of here, guys. So, do you recommend PayPal monthly subscriptions for clients to pay? I'm aware of the fees, but it still seems convenient. Again, if the convenience is what helps you, then yes. I personally like to just go ahead and invoice them via my bank. I have something basically automatically set up to remind me, and I just go and create a quick invoice. I save that money, because put it to you like this: if their fee's 5% and you're charging them $5,000, well, that's what, 10% is $500, so that's $250 every month that you lose out on. If you give that 6 months, what is that? $1,200 plus 600, so it's like $1,800. Do you really want to lose $1,800 extra in 6 months just to have the convenience of not having to send out an invoice? So, anyways, I'm going to get out of here, guys. We've been here for about an hour now, so Again, if you haven't followed me on Facebook, go ahead and do that at Jordanstein-Serial Entrepreneur. Snapchat at Serial ENT. Obviously, subscribe to me here because I think if you watch this video, you'll see all the free content I give out. And then Instagram, I always forget because I'm new in this now, or at least my Instagram account is new. So Instagram.com/serial_entrepreneur. You can check me out there, send me a message there. If you guys haven't checked this out yet, look, you are seriously about to run out of time. You have like 2 days left, and you're gonna hate me if you don't sign up, but it's not my fault because I have said it in every single video. The price is going up to $350 in my course. It is $200 right now. Do not miss the opportunity to change your life for $200. I promise you, you will like it. You will not like it. You will love the course. It's full of practical information. Point A to point B for beginners, intermediate level, expert level. We go into every part of digital marketing, PPC, SEO, email marketing, website development, building websites, setting up drop shipping stores, sales, business management, setting up the business, everything. So you guys go ahead and check that out. Again, it's digitalmarketingschool.teachable.com. I think that's all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and hop out of here. And last little quick tidbit for you guys. I might be getting, so I'm pretty excited about this. I might be getting basically an article written about me in Entrepreneur Magazine, Forbes Magazine, Inc. Magazine, and Huffington Post in the next 4 to 6 months. So that is something to stay out on the lookout for, especially if you guys really love my channel. I will make sure to keep you guys updated with it so you can see a copy of it. But I'm super excited about it, so I hope you guys keep checking out my content and keep building me up because it's promoting me to other businesses, and I'm loving the feedback that I'm getting in all of these, big publications who are trying to get me in their articles. So this is super exciting. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope this little video was informational for you guys. I hope the stream wasn't too bad, and I hope the audio quality wasn't too terrible either. But I will talk to you guys very, very soon. I'll be doing another live video before the end of this weekend. So I will talk to you guys then. But again, go get in that course and don't say I didn't warn you. All right, guys, Serial Entrepreneur out.